Welcome back. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and join the family. Make sure you watch till the end. You won't want to miss out on all the exciting details we have in store for you. Imagine, for a moment, that you're walking down a busy street in the heart of America. The hustle, the bustle, the sounds of city life. It's an ordinary day. You pull a penny from your pocket to buy a cup of coffee. It's a humble coin, isn't it? After all, it's just a penny. 1 cent worth almost nothing in today's economy. But what if I told you that one particular penny from 1996 has become one of the most valuable coins in the world? A penny that could be worth $78,000. That's right, $78,000 for a coin that, on the surface, seems like it's worth almost nothing. Let's rewind for a moment and dive into the fascinating story of the 1996 USA 1-cent penny. To truly appreciate its value today, we need to understand the history behind this seemingly inconspicuous piece of currency. It all begins with the penny itself. The penny has been part of American life since the birth of the United States. First introduced in 1793, the penny was made from pure copper and was initially quite a large coin. Over time, the size, composition, and design of the penny have changed, but one thing remained constant. It was the smallest, least valuable coin in circulation. For years, pennies have had a love-hate relationship with Americans. Some see them as a nuisance, while others view them as a piece of history. But in 1996, something special happened with this tiny coin. By the 1990s, the penny had undergone a number of transformations. In 1982, the U.S. Mint made a change in the penny's composition, replacing the copper with a zinc core, which was then coated with a thin layer of copper. This change was driven by rising copper prices. So, by the time 1996 rolled around, the penny wasn't just a piece of history. It was a symbol of how the U.S. Mint was adapting to the changing world of economics. But it wasn't just about the penny's material, it was the design that was particularly noteworthy in 1996. The design of the penny has undergone several iterations since its creation. The most iconic design, however, was the one that was introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Lincoln, one of the most revered figures in American history, was chosen to be depicted on the coin. His likeness has graced the front or obverse of the penny ever since, and that classic design remained in place through the years. But by the mid-90s, the U.S. Mint was facing a dilemma. The penny's design was starting to feel a bit stale. People were calling for a change. Some argued that it was time to retire the old design and introduce something fresh. However, there was one issue that made this a bit more complicated. The penny's design, featuring Lincoln's portrait, was extremely popular. The public wasn't ready to let go of it. So, the Mint kept the iconic design, with only slight modifications over the years, but the penny remained largely unchanged for decades. In 1996, the design stayed the same. Now, here's where things get interesting. The 1996 penny wasn't just another run-of-the-mill coin. It became something special due to an incredibly rare occurrence at the U.S. Mint. In 1996, a very small number of pennies were mistakenly struck with an error. This error occurred at the Philadelphia Mint. You see, the 1996 penny was meant to be produced in both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Most of the pennies were minted in Denver, but a small batch of pennies in Philadelphia had an unusual characteristic that set them apart from the rest. These rare pennies, often referred to as 1996 double-die pennies, have a distinctive feature. The image of Abraham Lincoln is slightly doubled, creating a blurred, ghost-like effect. This subtle doubling is visible in Lincoln's eyebrows, eyes, and the lettering around the edge of the coin. Now, why does this matter? Well, errors in minting, especially those as rare as this one, can cause a coin's value to skyrocket. When a coin is struck incorrectly, It's often considered a minting flaw or error coin. Some error coins, like the famous 1955 double die penny, can be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. This 1996 double die penny, with its unique doubling error, was no exception. But the story doesn't end there. While most of the 1996 pennies are worth only 1 cent, those with the double die error have become highly sought after by collectors. The rarity of these coins makes them valuable, but the real magic happens when you put them up for sale. In 1996, they were discovered by a few lucky collectors who recognized the unusual doubling and immediately began to buy and sell them, driving up the demand. As more collectors learned about the coin and its error, the price slowly began to rise, and rise, and rise. Today, the 1996 double die penny can fetch an astonishing price, with some of the highest quality specimens being sold for as much as $78,000. That's right. A coin that started life as a simple 1-cent penny has transformed into a valuable piece of history worth more than many people's entire savings. It's a perfect example of how something seemingly insignificant can turn into a treasure with the right circumstances. So, what makes these coins so valuable? It all comes down to rarity, demand, and the unique nature of the error. The 1996 double die penny wasn't just an accident. It was a lucky twist of fate for anyone who happened to find one. The error was so subtle that it could easily go unnoticed by the average person. In fact, many of the coins went into circulation without anyone realizing they were worth a small fortune. Collectors are always on the lookout for rare coins, and the 1996 double die penny is at the top of their lists. It's not just a coin. It's a piece of American history, an example of how the minting process can sometimes lead to a beautiful mistake. In the world of coin collecting, errors are gold mines, and the 1996 penny is one of the most sought-after coins today. But here's the kicker. Finding one of these rare pennies isn't easy. They're incredibly difficult to spot, especially since many of them were lost in circulation years ago. If you happen to come across a 1996 penny, the first thing you should do is take a close look at it. Check for the doubling error on Lincoln's image. If you find it, you could be holding a coin worth a small fortune. The fact that such a simple, everyday object could hold so much value is a testament to the fascinating world of coin collecting. It's a reminder that, sometimes, the things we overlook every day may hold untold treasures waiting to be discovered. So, next time you pull out a penny, take a moment to appreciate it. It might not seem like much, but who knows? You might just be holding onto a rare, valuable treasure that could change your life forever. In conclusion, the 1996 USA 1-cent penny, with its historical roots, design evolution, and the intriguing story of the double die error, has earned its place in the annals of coin history. From its humble beginnings to its staggering value today, this penny is a reminder that sometimes the smallest things can have the greatest impact. Keep your eyes peeled, because in the world of coins, anything is possible. So, what do you think? Do you have a 1996 penny in your collection? Or better yet, could it be the one that's worth $78,000? If you find one, don't forget to let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! It's the kind of thing we toss into a jar, leave scattered around our homes, or maybe even forget about entirely. But what if I told you that one particular penny, the 2004 1-cent coin, holds a story that goes far beyond its face value? What if I told you this penny, which you could find in your spare change, might be worth $50,000? That's right, $50,000. Now, before you start looking through your pockets for a 2004 penny, let's rewind and dive into the incredible journey this humble coin has had, starting from its design, the minting process, and the rare details that have led to its astonishing value today. It all starts with the history of the penny itself, a coin that has been part of American currency since the nation's early days. The first U.S. pennies were struck in 1793, featuring Lady Liberty on the obverse. However, it wasn't long before the coin became more closely associated with President Abraham Lincoln. In 1909, the U.S. Mint decided to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth by introducing a new design, featuring a bust of Lincoln on the front and 2 ears of wheat on the reverse, the famous wheat penny design. Over time, the penny has seen various design changes. In 1959, the wheat ears were replaced with the Lincoln Memorial, another way to honor the beloved president. But in 2004, the penny underwent a new transformation. The U.S. Mint, eager to celebrate the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth, decided to create a series of commemorative pennies to honor the president's legacy. The 2004 penny marked the beginning of this special series, and its design was unlike any other penny that came before it. For the first time in American history, the penny would feature a new reverse design. This wasn't just any design. It was an artistic tribute to Lincoln's life and accomplishments, capturing key moments from his life in a way that had never been done before. The reverse of the 2004 penny would now depict a design showing the Union shield, symbolizing Lincoln's dedication to preserving the Union during the Civil War. But, as exciting as the new design was, there was something even more intriguing that made the 2004 penny stand out. Amidst the new series, a rare error occurred at the Mint that would make certain 2004 pennies incredibly valuable. This error, or more accurately, a set of errors, would lead to a surprising collector's item, and it's these errors that would ultimately elevate the coin to a status few could have imagined. In fact, the story behind this error begins with a subtle miscalculation that few people would have noticed at the time. The 2004 pennies, like all coins minted by the U.S. Mint, were meant to adhere to strict specifications regarding their size, weight, and design. However, a small number of 2004 pennies were struck with an unusual and highly coveted mistake. They were created with what's known as a double die error. This error happens when the coin is struck more than once during the minting process, causing the design to appear twice, slightly misaligned, on the coin. The double die error in the 2004 penny was incredibly rare. Only a few examples of the coin were struck with this error, and these coins quickly caught the attention of collectors. To the untrained eye, a 2004 penny might look like any other penny, but if you look closely, especially at the design and the lettering on the coin, you'll notice a slight doubling, especially around the word Liberty and the date 2004. The doubling effect makes the letters appear thicker and slightly offset, creating an almost ghostly effect that collectors love. This small error, as subtle as it may seem, made the 2004 double die penny one of the most sought-after coins in the world of numismatics. Collectors were eager to get their hands on these rare errors, knowing that their value could skyrocket over time. For some, it was a simple curiosity. For others, it was an investment that would pay off in ways they never expected. At first, the 2004 double die penny was largely overlooked by the general public. Most people didn't think twice about the pennies they came across in their change. But as more collectors began to realize the value of these error coins, word spread quickly, and their value began to climb. What started as a coin worth just 1 cent began to turn into a treasure worth thousands of dollars. And as the years went by, the market for these rare 2004 pennies continued to heat up. But it wasn't just the double die error that made the 2004 penny so interesting. The 2004 penny series itself was part of a larger effort by the U.S. Mint to honor Lincoln's legacy in a truly unique way. The designs featured on the coins were deeply symbolic, reflecting important moments in Lincoln's life. These designs would come to represent a turning point in the history of American coinage. While the double die error was one of the most valuable of the 2004 pennies, other variations from this series also gained popularity. In particular, the 2004 D mint mark, pennies minted in Denver, proved to be particularly sought after by collectors. These pennies were part of the same series, but they were minted at a different facility, making them rarer than their Philadelphia counterparts. The 2004 pennies with the D mint mark were often regarded as a collectible variation, and certain examples, especially those in pristine condition, could fetch significant sums on the open market. But even among these, the error coins, with their unique double die flaw, stood out above all others. These rare finds were a collector's dream come true as the years passed. The 2004 pennies continued to captivate the imagination of coin collectors. Many of the error coins, which had initially been sold for a few $100s, eventually saw their values rise dramatically. In fact, some of the highest quality specimens of the 2004 double die penny have been known to fetch as much as $50,000 at auction, a price that would have been unimaginable when the penny was first struck. Now, the question is, why did the 2004 penny become so valuable? The answer lies in the rarity of the coin, the unique error, and the way the market for collectible coins evolved over time. The fact that such a seemingly insignificant coin could be worth so much is a testament to the world of coin collecting, where small errors can lead to enormous value. It's a world where a little mistake at the mint can create an opportunity for collectors to find a treasure hidden in plain sight. If you're wondering how to spot a 2004 double die penny, it's actually easier than you might think. While the doubling effect can be subtle, it's often most visible on the letters and numbers around the design. Look closely at Liberty and In God We Trust, and check the date 2004 for any signs of doubling. If you find one, it could be your ticket to a fortune. So, next time you reach into your pocket and pull out a penny, remember this story. A simple 2004 penny might just be more valuable than you ever imagined. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone with an eye for interesting finds, keep an eye out for those rare and valuable coins that could change your life forever. From its humble beginnings to its meteoric rise in value, the 2004 USA 1-cent penny has become a symbol of how the world of coin collecting can turn something as simple as a penny into a prized possession. And with a potential value of $50,000, it's clear that sometimes the most unexpected treasures can be found in the most unlikely of places. Now, as you head out into your day, you may think twice before you toss that penny aside. After all, the next 2004 double die penny you find might just be worth a small fortune. Keep looking, keep collecting, and who knows, you could be the one to discover the next hidden gem in the world of numismatics. Have you ever looked at a penny and thought about its potential value? The 2015 USA 1-cent penny is, in most cases, considered one of the most unassuming coins in circulation. It's small, it's copper-plated, and it's the kind of coin we often find at the bottom of our bags or tucked away in a jar on our desks. To many, it's just a cent, a coin that seems almost too insignificant to think twice about. But what if I told you that this seemingly ordinary penny, minted in 2015, holds the potential to be worth $37,000? Yes, you heard that correctly, $37,000. It may seem hard to believe, but there's a fascinating story behind this rare coin, and it all begins with the penny's historical roots. To understand why the 2015 penny has become so valuable, we need to take a step back and examine the coin's history, its design, and how it became a valuable collectible. Let's start with the basics. The penny is one of the oldest coins in American currency. It has been around since the earliest days of the United States, first minted in 1793. The penny has undergone many changes throughout history, but its purpose has remained the same: to serve as the smallest denomination of U.S. currency. Over the years, the penny's design has evolved, but the most famous and enduring design has been the one featuring President Abraham Lincoln. This design first appeared in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, and it has been the face of the penny ever since. The 2015 penny is part of the Lincoln Cent series, which is one of the longest-running coin series in the world. While the obverse of the penny, the side with Lincoln's portrait, has remained relatively unchanged over the years, the reverse of the coin has seen some interesting updates. Most notably, in 2009, The U.S. Mint celebrated the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth by issuing a series of special edition pennies with new reverse designs. These designs were inspired by different chapters in Lincoln's life, and they brought a refreshing change to the penny that had remained largely unchanged for decades. The 2015 penny, however, marked a return to the traditional design. The reverse of the 2015 penny once again featured the iconic Lincoln Memorial, a design that had graced the reverse of the penny since 1959. But even though the design may have seemed familiar, 2015 would be a year where something extraordinary happened in the world of coin collecting. A rare mistake that would lead to some 2015 pennies being worth a small fortune. Now, you might be wondering what could possibly make a 2015 penny worth thousands of dollars. It all comes down to something called a minting error. Minting errors are mistakes made during the production process that cause a coin to have a flaw or unusual feature. Some minting errors are common and barely noticeable, but others are incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. These error coins can be worth a lot of money, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars, depending on the rarity of the mistake and the demand from collectors. In 2015, a rare minting error occurred that would change the fate of a small number of pennies. The error in question was known as the 2015 double die penny. A double die error happens when the coin is struck more than once during the minting process, resulting in a design that is slightly misaligned. In the case of the 2015 penny, the doubling occurred on both the obverse and reverse of the coin, causing the design to appear doubled or ghosted. The most noticeable doubling on the 2015 penny is on Lincoln's portrait, especially around the eyes, nose, and mouth. The lettering around the edge of the coin, such as Liberty and In God We Trust, also appears doubled. To the untrained eye, the doubling might be subtle, but to a keen-eyed collector, it's a clear sign that something special is happening with the coin. This error is what makes the 2015 penny so valuable. Like many other rare minting errors, the 2015 double die penny is highly sought after by collectors. The rarity of the coin, combined with the uniqueness of the doubling effect, makes it a true treasure in the world of numismatics. As you can imagine, finding one of these error coins is no easy feat. Most of the 2015 pennies that were minted were produced correctly, with no doubling or noticeable flaws. But for the lucky few who find one of these rare error coins, the payoff can be substantial. So, how do you know if you have a 2015 double die penny? The first step is to closely examine the coin. Look at the features of Lincoln's portrait, paying particular attention to the eyes, eyebrows, and nose. If you notice any doubling, that is, if the image appears to be duplicated or blurry in some areas, then you might be holding a rare error penny in your hands. Next, check the lettering around the edge of the coin. Look for any signs of doubling in the words Liberty and In God We Trust. These are the most common areas where doubling occurs on the 2015 penny. If you believe you've found a double die penny, the next step is to have it authenticated by a professional. Coin authentication services, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, can examine your coin and verify whether it's an authentic error. Once a coin is authenticated, its value can increase exponentially, especially if it's in excellent condition. Some of the highest quality 2015 double die pennies have been sold for upwards of $37,000 at auction. This price is a testament to the rarity and desirability of the coin. But it's not just the double die error that makes the 2015 penny interesting to collectors. The coin's historical significance, its place in the Lincoln Cent series, and its potential for future value all contribute to its appeal. The 2015 penny represents a moment in time when a small mistake during the minting process led to a coin becoming much more than just a 1-cent piece of currency. The story of the 2015 penny is also a reminder of how the world of coin collecting works. What may seem like a simple mistake or flaw in the minting process can sometimes create a piece of numismatic history. Coins like the 2015 double die penny are perfect examples of how collectors find value in the most unexpected places. A small error, unnoticed by most, can lead to a coin becoming a rare and valuable collectible. For collectors, the thrill of finding a coin with an error or unique feature is one of the most exciting parts of the hobby. And for those lucky enough to find a 2015 double die penny, the excitement can be truly extraordinary. But even if you don't happen to find one of these error coins, the world of coin collecting is still filled with incredible stories and valuable coins to discover. From the early days of the US Mint to modern-day errors, every coin has its own story to tell. So, the next time you see a penny, don't dismiss it as just loose change. Take a closer look. You never know. You could be holding a coin that's worth far more than its face value. Whether it's the 2015 double die penny or another rare error coin, the world of numismatics is full of surprises. In conclusion, the 2015 USA 1-cent penny is a perfect example of how even the most seemingly insignificant coins can hold incredible value. Whether it's the result of a minting error or a historical milestone, the 2015 penny is a coin that collectors cherish and search for in hopes of finding that one rare piece that could be worth thousands. With a value of up to $37,000 for the rare double die error coin, the 2015 penny proves that sometimes the smallest things can turn out to be the most valuable. So what do you think? Do you have a 2015 penny in your collection? Or perhaps, after hearing this story, you're going to start searching for one? Let us know in the comments if you found any rare or valuable coins, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating stories from the world of coin collecting. Until next time, keep your eyes open and your collection growing. You never know what treasure you might discover next. You're welcome. Here's how you could wrap up your video with a friendly and engaging tone. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and share it with your friends. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so don't forget to comment below. Until next time, happy hunting, and we'll see you in the next video.